Spend just a few minutes at the office with David Casey and you'll realize two things. He rarely stands in one spot very long, and he is quite proud of his family and his team.
A great traveler. This is Sandra.
Hello.
And she's the one who makes me look good, right?
Yep.
And then my partner of 36 years, USD graduate.
In both name recognition and reputation, the law firm of Casey Gary is a San Diego and national institution. Some of the legal profession's most important civil cases have passed through their doors, with the most significant being the 9/11 Victims Compensation Fund, the largest pro bono program in the history of American jurisprudence. It began September 12, 2001 and ended 3 years later.
We represented all the victims. The program had been fully funded. All the families were taken care of by 2004, and they were able to move on with their lives.
David Casey's legal career, including successful cases such as Volkswagen, Exxon, and the Tony Gwynn and Junior Seau families, all began at the dinner table during his childhood.
When I grew up at dinner, my dad used to tell a story. I would listen to the story at dinner. It was Sunday nights. I didn't realize till later in life that was his opening statement before the jury. So before I even knew what law was, before I went to even high school, I was a focus group for my dad for opening statements.
Dad was the legendary David Casey Sr., himself a second-generation lawyer who started practicing in San Diego in 1947. He was a larger-than-life figure.
David had to create his own persona. He could have emulated his dad, but he didn't. As a result, he is an effective advocate for his client, a protector of the democracy we love. He's a loving and caring husband and father, and he's just special. He is David Casey Jr. There is no other human being like him.
Perhaps not. Yet there is a new member of the firm who may be the closest, David Casey III, also a graduate of USD School of Law.
I can tell you that when my son passed the bar exam, my smile was from ear to ear. I know how hard he worked, and I remember how challenging it is when I took the bar exam.
It was yet another proud moment for the Casey family and their long affiliation with an ever-changing and ever-improving USD School of Law.
Back then, the school was much different than it is now. The school has grown in stature, in respect, and success. And I think David has been attached to it, as have I, because we've watched it grow in prestige. And I have a great deal of gratitude, and I'm sure David does too, to the school for launching our legal careers.
David Jr.'s USD history goes back even farther than his law school and bar exam days.
If you go back to the very first yearbook at USD, I think it's 1953, and you open it up, you'll find two pictures of me in pre-K in the first yearbook. My mother was the first or second woman to enter USD when it was a women's college. And at that time they had a pre-K for the kids, and I was one of the first ones.
The Casey family's University of San Diego roots are deep, and the USD School of Law Distinguished Alumni Award is one of David Jr.'s most treasured honors.
I've been very lucky to have a wonderful career, and I'm very indebted to USD for the career I've had. But for USD, this never would have occurred.